Over 100 trekkers were stuck on the slopes of the Everest on Sunday. A blizzard has left them stranded on the slopes of the world's highest mountain. As per reports, trekkers were stranded by a blizzard near the eastern face of Mount Everest in Tibet before being guided to safety by rescuers. At least one hiker was killed while 137 others were stranded after blizzard on the Tibetan slopes of Mount Everest. According to Chinese state media, unusually heavy snow and rainfall between Friday and Sunday last week. Some 350 trekkers had reached the small township of Chudang, while contact with the remaining 200-plus trekkers had been made, CCTV reported on Sunday. Tibet media released a video showing trekkers being welcomed with hot soup in a communal hall, before boarding buses that took them to a safer area. Visitors to the remote valley of Karma, which leads to the eastern Kangshung face of Everest, were in the hundreds this week, taking advantage of an 8-day National Day holiday in China. According to visitors who spoke with media, the environment was wet and extremely cold in the mountains, which increased the risk of hypothermia for those in the region. Reuters quoted guides saying that the weather this year is not normal and that they had never encountered such weather in October. After the climbers descended from the mountain, they were greeted with sweet tea by villagers after enduring a harrowing evening of heavy snowfall combined with thunder and lightning. Hundreds of local villagers and rescue teams have been deployed to help remove snow blocking access to the area, where nearly 1,000 people had been trapped, according to an earlier report by Chinese government-backed Jimu News. The remaining trekkers arrived in Chudang in stages under the assistance of rescuers organized by the local government. The CCTV report did not say if local guides and support staff of the trekking parties had been accounted for. Snowfall in the valley, which lies at an elevation averaging 4,200 meters, 13,800 feet, began on Friday evening and persisted throughout Saturday. It either rained or snowed on all 3 days. The weather got so bad that the climbers were not even able to see Everest at all, said one survivor. Several climbers have been suffering from hypothermia as the temperature slipped below freezing, even though they were sufficiently attired. Karma Valley, first explored by Western travelers a century ago, is a relatively pristine part of the Everest region. Unlike the peak's arid north face, it boasts lush vegetation and untouched alpine forests, fed by meltwaters from the Kangshung Glacier at the foot of the world's highest mountain. It was unclear if trekkers near the north face, which draws large numbers of tourists due to its easy access by paved road, had been affected. October is a peak season, when skies usually clear at the end of the Indian monsoon. To the south of Tibet in Nepal, heavy rains triggered landslides and flash floods that have blocked roads, washed away bridges and killed at least 50 people since Friday. 37 people died in separate landslides in the eastern Alam district bordering India.